Back to DIY your home. Okay, so thanks for watching my first video. This is my second one. We're still sticking with the Easter theme. I am doing today an Easter wreath for under $20. I got this wreath at Michael's. This was on sale. It doesn't say the original price. But I got this wreath. It was on sale, and then I had their 40% off coupon, which they actually let me use on this item. So this wreath actually came to about $2.39, which is an amazing deal. And then I went back a different day because you can only use that on one item. You could probably go the same day and just do a different transaction, but I got these eggs. They're ornaments, so they have a string attached to them. We're probably going to cut those off today, but some like robin style eggs, and these were $9.99, and I got these for, I believe, five something, maybe even less than that. And then we're also going to be using today some of the floral wire. This is $1 at the dollar store. I've already used some of it before. These wire cutters are $1 at the dollar store. And then I have some of the butterflies. And the reason why this is open is because we redid our fairy garden. So, but these are $1 at the dollar store, or excuse me, the Dollar Tree. And they're actually feathers if you look at them, which is pretty cool. And then I have one bird left over. We used the other little guy outside in our fairy garden, but I'm going to use him today. And then we have more of that Spanish moss from the dollar store. And then this ribbon is actually Christmas ribbon that I got from JoAnn Fabrics. It was 74 cents. That's a great place to go after Christmas because I got about, I would say at least $312 of merchandise. I think for about, it was like about 52 bucks. So that was amazing. I got a really nice garland, tons of ribbon, and it was amazing. So pretty much set for next year. Anyways, okay, so those are the supplies we're going to be using today, and then also a pair of scissors, and then I have my hot glue gun. As I told you before, I don't really include hot glue in the cost because once you buy it, you have it. So altogether, this came to about 13 bucks, so under $20 for this project. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Spanish moss, and we're actually going to make a really cute eggs nest that kind of sits down in here when this hangs. I wanted to do something, it's Easter, but it's for spring too. Something that will sit right there, and then we can put the eggs in and then put like the butterflies and birds up there. I thought that would be really cute. So we are gonna make a bird's nest with this moss today. So I split this into two. I pulled this apart, split this into two piles because I don't want the nest to be too big of a size, but I kind of started rounding this out. You're gonna make like a little hole in the middle, but you kind of want to like, and the great thing about the Spanish moss is like if you start to push it together, it kind of clings to each other, but kind of make a nest shape. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a circle with this floral wire just to reinforce the shape. And then I'm gonna hot glue this to the bottom of the eggs nest. And then that way we can use our floral wire to connect that eggs nest to the actual wreath, and then I'll probably put a little bit of hot glue to reinforce that as well. I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. So I cut some wire that's, probably half the diameter of the ball of Spanish moss that I had. Just twist tied the ends and then bent that over. What I want to do is I'm going to kind of make a ball with this really tight and then put this kind of down over that about almost halfway, and then I'll hot glue that around there, and then once I flip it over, I'll just poke my fingers in there and we'll have this cute little nest that sits up in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make my little ball. I got my Cruella de Vil nails on today. Okay. And then I want to take a little bit of hot glue, and it doesn't have to go the whole way around, like perfectly. Just somewhere where you can push this onto. And like I said, this is just for extra support. And just be careful not to burn yourself. We all know how that goes with hot glue. And just get it down there as far as you can go. I think once you've been burnt 4 or 5 times by hot glue, the trauma's like over. Never really bothers you again. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna let that cool to the touch and kind of move that around until the glue kind of sticks to that, and just work this in a little bit more, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the back of the wreath. I put some of that wire in there, I hot glued, and kind of wrapped it around. I didn't really wrap it through, and then twist tied that just for extra support. So then the next thing is you flip it back over on this other side, and I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hot glue this just like that in the wreath. And I'm gonna just move it and hot glue this part right here down to the wreath. So I'm gonna do that next. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have this, the nest hot glued on there pretty much. We'll stabilize it a little bit more once we put these eggs down. Now, these eggs, they're meant for decorating with, so they have this wire on there. Go ahead and, I mean, you can hang them from here if you want, but we're gonna go ahead and cut these off. Okay, I'm gonna do a blue, a pink, yellow. We're gonna start with that. Who knows, I might put the rest of the eggs on the rest of the wreath. But I'm gonna set this up and then put hot glue in here and then hot glue these eggs. And I might only be able to get 2 looking at it now. But okay, so here we go. So a little bit of my hot glue down. And just press that down, hold that for about 15 seconds in place. Okay, so there's one. And then let me grab another glue stick because And if you're wondering, I use the really long glue sticks because so you don't run into what I just ran in now. You load these up and you've got so much more room to work with. So let me see, before I put that on there, I want to do something like that. You can even, let me go ahead and just put this smack dab on the egg like I did for my last project. Put that down, that's cute. And let's see, whoa. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the yellow one too, because I think that would look nice. Hold these in place. I'm not a huge fan of like everything has to be super perfect. You know, it should be whimsical and fun. But that looks really good. Let's actually, this one little piece of nest is popping up there. If you want to, I would maybe go through and just hot glue like around the edges just to give these a little bit more support. So I'm going to do that really quick and then we'll come back and we'll put the birds and the butterflies on there. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and just hot glued my little bird right there. And then I'm going to put these butterflies on there, and they come with this metal like piece. What I'm gonna do, these come out really easily, and I had issues with them before. I'm gonna put a little like spot of hot glue on there, stick it in there, and then use this to hot glue this other part so that the butterflies are kind of like hanging off the side of the wreath, so they look like they're almost like flying around the wreath. So I thought that would be really cute. I would just take that out, turn these guys over, and you can see where the little hole is right there. Just do the tiniest bit of glue, because I think if you get too much, you could ruin these. And just slide it back on in there. Ooh. There we go. Now that's gonna stay pretty tight, pretty good. And then if you want to, you can, you know, bend this even more. Find a spot where you like. I like to hold this up and see how it's gonna hang on the door, you know, over the door, I should say. And I think, well, we're gonna put our ribbon up there, so maybe a little bit down there. And that's really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue both of these butterflies, and I will be right back. So now that that's done in place, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the burlap ribbon up there. I'm going to use a wreath holder over my door, so I don't necessarily need to hang this from anything. I'm just going to hang it right underneath. So what you do, and I learned how to make ribbons from watching Rebecca Robeson Christmas videos. She's amazing. You can check out her YouTube channel. She will teach you everything and anything about design and decorating. So the first thing you want to do, you can start with fishtailing your ends. I'm actually going to start making the ribbon. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to kind of grab and pinch the ribbon and twist, and then go in the other direction. I've never done it with these nails on. Oh my goodness, this is a challenge. Okay, and then you're going to twist, and then pinch, grab, and twist. And you kind of keep doing that over and over again until you get like the fullness that you want in the ribbon. Okay, so there's a couple things you can do. You can use the floral wire to kind of wrap around this at the end, and then you can wrap that to there. That's up to you, or I like to do this. My daughter's a cheerleader, and I learned this little tip from cheerleading. Use a white one. Let's see, I've got some black ones, but I'll just show you with the black. I won't do it, but you put the zip tie through the middle of the bow and then pull this through and zip tie it, and it makes a really nice fastening for the bow. I prefer that to floral wire, and then I just hot glue that sucker down. Or you can, use more floral wire. Some people like to use that so that you can wrap it through, but the zip ties always work for me. And then if you want to reuse the ribbon, you just cut it. So let me finish making this. I'll be right back. Okay, so there you have it. I just hot glued the ribbon onto the top of the wreath, just like the spine of it, where the zip tie went, and just fluffed my ribbon out. Usually with the ribbon, I don't know what they call it, where you make the little V. I'll do that, but I just kind of snipped it on an angle, and then just fluff the ribbon. It's hot glued in place. That's not going to go anywhere. So this is it. This is my Easter ribbon. You can skip the nest if you want, and go ahead and you can just hot glue these eggs if you want. I just want to do something that I could wear on the outside of the house all the way through the spring season, not just for Easter. So yeah, if you like this, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you wanted to subscribe to the channel, I'd love to have you. If there's any recommendations for videos you would like to see, any crafts you would like to see me do, I'm totally open to it. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a good one.